Good morning, Mizzou fans. Gabe DeArmond here, PM in the AM for Wednesday, September 17th. And we're stepping a little bit outside of just Mizzou to talk SEC football this morning here in this spot. Look, we have talked over and over about parity, about the transfer portal, NIL, all that, leveling the playing field in college football. And I think that's all true. And I think you are seeing it in the Southeastern Conference this year. I saw a story on Tuesday night, it was written by Zach Barnett at Football Scoop, that was titled, Could Missouri or Vanderbilt Win the Southeastern Conference? And look, I think this is wildly premature. Vandy plays, I think, Alabama, LSU, Texas, and Missouri in October. Missouri hasn't even played a Southeastern Conference game yet. So it's too early to talk about, hey, one of these teams winning the SEC. But when you look around the SEC, it's not too early to start thinking about, hey, we could see some things we have not seen in this league for quite some time. I think the top of the league is weaker than most people expected. I think Georgia's a very good team, no question. I do not think Georgia is what it was 3-4 years ago. I think Texas, LSU, Alabama, I still think those are good teams. I don't think any of them are unbeatable. I don't yet know if any of them are great teams. I think Missouri, Vandy, Tennessee, Oklahoma, probably Auburn, maybe A&M. I think those teams are all a little better than we expected, maybe a lot better than we expected. So when you take the top of the league being a little less than we thought, and the middle of the league, and even the bottom of the league, all the way down to 14, maybe even 15 in this league. Frankly, I think Kentucky is 16, and Kentucky pushed Ole Miss. You know, I think on any given day, like 14 beating 3 in this league, if you did a 16-team tournament, would not be out of the question at all. It would be more in the question than it's ever been before. So how that ties into Missouri, look, I'm not saying that you set that goal yet. I mean, obviously it's the goal. I'm not saying you set that expectation yet of playing in Atlanta. But it is not nearly as unreasonable as we thought it was 2 weeks ago. I don't think it is unreasonable for A&M, Tennessee, Auburn, Oklahoma. There's a lot of teams in the mix here that I think probably could have a lot bigger goals than maybe we thought were realistic a month ago. I think the SEC is looking at, 5 teams in the playoff. In all likelihood, I don't think 6 is out of the question. So we're really looking at 2 things. What do you have to do to be top of this league? And what do you have to do just to be top 4 or 5, maybe even 6, to give yourself a chance to win the whole thing? And I think there are 11, maybe 12, maybe 13 teams that can at least have that conversation here on September 17th. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. SEC play starts for Missouri on Saturday night, 6 p.m. against South Carolina. That game's on ESPN. We have had coverage throughout the week. We will continue to have coverage throughout the week. I'm going to have a show here on the channel later today talking to one of our guys from the South Carolina 24/7 site, the Big Spur. So we'll preview that game here. We will do it all week on the site. Even though we don't have this big, gigantic special going on, you can get in the door at Power Mizzou for 30% off your first year, or you can pay $1, check it out for a month, and see if you like it. We think you will. So we encourage you to do those things: like, comment, share, and subscribe while you're here. And I'll be back later this afternoon talking Mizzou, South Carolina, and then tomorrow morning on PM in the AM with 3 things that I'm looking for out of Missouri this weekend. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you next time.